How's it going, everybody? It's John Reinhardt here with Reinhardt Group LLC. I finally let my intrusive thoughts win, and I bought a used 3D printer offline, shipped directly to my house without seeing if it works or not. There are just so many good deals on used 3D printers out there, but there's just that unknown factor of what could possibly be wrong with this 3D printer. I ended up going with an Ultimaker 3 Extended. We're gonna get it out of the box, see if it's an actual working 3D printer, and see if I actually did get a good deal. And then we're gonna go over some buying tips and just things to be aware of and to look out for when you're buying a used 3D printer online. Okay, moment of truth. One of the biggest curiosities that I had was how are they going to ship an already assembled 3D printer that, I mean, this is a fragile machine here, and it looks like they used the expanding foam in there. So as you can see in there, it's all expanded in there and it's encased. Let's get it out and see what it looks like. Got to be careful not to damage anything by ripping stuff out. So just be kind of somewhat gentle with it here. So you have what honestly resembles one of those little flood characters from Halo that blow up. So what we're gonna do is we're just gonna cut very gently into these things to try to get it out. Like I said, it's in there for sure. It is our Ultimaker 3 Extended. Check that out. And inside there is a glass bed. So let's get things plugged in, turned on. From face value, I mean, everything seems to be there. I was kind of hoping for, I have to make some type of filament holder. Let's get our little glass piece installed here. I do notice there's a small chip, little stopper here. You get them opened up ever so delicately. Try not to smash on the wall like I did. Get it back in here and you'll feel it seat into place. Lock her down. And when I bought this 3D printer, I was under the assumption that it did not come with a power supply. So I had to go out and buy my own power supply. I got this off Amazon for around $70. Some of them say that they're made for like an Ultimaker 2. It all is the same thing. And then you also have to go buy the 3-prong outlet. I got that at Walmart for around $7. So had an extra about $80 that I had to invest to get the power supply. Here's the moment of truth. Let's see if this thing is gonna turn on. Who knows here? And plug her in here. See if it turns on. So, all right, okay. What's up, Ultimaker? Love to see it. Buttons lighting up, it's clicking. Welcome in. We'll help you set up your new Ultimaker. So let's get it set up. It's already in setup mode. I'm excited about this. All right, I got my machine on. Everything seems to be in somewhat working condition here. My LED lights inside are not lighting up. Got to figure out what's going on there. I don't know if they're just gonna come on when I print. I do believe they should be on right now. I hopped in the system and it does say that, I mean, I cranked them up to 100%. I think they should be on. A little bit nervous about that. We'll come to that here in just a minute. What we need to do now is get our filament ran in. Bear with me here. Like I said, I don't have a filament holder for this specific 3D printer just yet, but I got a drill. So we'll use our little drill here and then we'll run our filament into the back of this machine and see if we can't print a calibration cube. As you may very well know, it's very important to try to cut that at a 45 little degree angle there. I'm gonna leave it just at the top of there. And like I said, I'm gonna do a full video on the ins and outs of the Ultimaker 3, how to do the bed leveling, how to get the filament loaded up, and all that jazz. But right now, for those of us that are just concerned with how does a used 3D printer work, well, I've got a calibration cube on this little SD card right here. We're gonna put it in and see what we can't get out of it. Okay, we've got lights too, check that out. And as much as I would love to continue showing you this thing 3D print, it is not gonna happen. I'm definitely hitting a wall. Each one of my printer cores has a very, very clogged nozzle. I have done quite a few atomic methods just trying to get it to squeeze out whatever is blocking the nozzles. The nozzle, it's just curling up and going upwards. So there's definitely a blockage somewhere in there. I've cleaned out as much as I can clean out. I've done the atomic method where you heat it up to 260, then pull it out at 90. That helped a lot. I definitely got some chunks of black stuff come out of there, but it is not well enough to get things rocking and rolling here. So let's talk about our options and let's talk about the overall pricing, where I got it from, and where I stand at with my purchase. Financially, where do we stand at with the Ultimaker 3 that I bought online without seeing if it works first? Well, I bought it from EPC sales on eBay for $700. After taxes, I was at around $747.53 or whatever that it was. So this was the cheapest Ultimaker 3 that I could find. I needed an Ultimaker 3 specifically. I just wanted dual extrusion, and the Ultimaker 3 3 had such great reviews, so it was a deal of a lifetime, and I was aware that I had to buy a power supply when I bought this 3D printer. I was totally aware of that. After my power supply and everything the other cord that I had to purchase, I'm at about a total of $830 for this 3D printer. I was also able to purchase, and this is really what sold me on buying this 3D printer online, I was able to buy a warranty from Allstate for a year's coverage. It covers quite a few different things here for $53.99. All in all, let's just call it $900 that I have into the Ultimaker 3 and the warranty that I got. But now I have a 3D printer that it doesn't work. I mean, print cores are about $300 and I have to get some nozzles coming here. So what I'm gonna do is reach out to the company that sold it to me. They have very, very good reviews, and just kind of let them know, hey, I bought this 3D printer. Everything seems to be working. The hot ends, everything seems to be heating up, but there are definitely some problems. There's definitely some clogging going on with my nozzles. Is there anything that you can do for me? And just see what they do. The coverage that I bought does not start until 31 days after I got the machine. Just keep that in mind when you do buy these secondhand warranties. They don't necessarily start up until about 30 days after coverage, and it saves that company from fixing a product that somebody else knew was bad. So you should be able to get at least 30 days of use out of your product before it goes bad. The warranty companies even feel that way. I was not even able to get 1 day of use out of this 3D printer before it was just like, okay, I mean, I can't even use this. I have to go buy nozzles, or this company is either gonna ship me nozzles. So that's where I'm at. $900 in. I think the only problem that I have is just clogged nozzles, and it seems to work. Like I said, it heats up, the lights work, everything seems to work except just the clog. Luckily, the company that I bought it from, EPC Sales, does offer a 30-day return policy here. I just have to pay shipping, which, gosh, as much as I want to pay the $30 or $40 to ship this thing back, and the coverage policy that I bought is non-refundable as well too, so I pretty much just lose out on the $54, which kind of brings me to my first tip here. Find a place that does at least have a return policy, just in case you get something that is an absolute piece of crap, does not work whatsoever. I mean, there could be a lot more wrong with this thing than just clogged nozzle. Who knows? But luckily, I do have the option just to return it, wash my hands of it, be done, you know, and be out the shipping money and then be out the coverage money. And I know that losing out on that coverage money is no fun at all, but if we were to do this entire process all over again, I would still buy the coverage, just because if this thing worked straight out of the box, worked for 55, 60 days just fine, and then the printer head decides to go out, which is $444, having a $54 safe net that covers everything that's inside of a 3D printer for an entire year, I mean, I wish I could almost buy that on any 3D printer that I buy, to be honest with you. That would be my second recommendation, is to look for a seller that has some type of warranty, or if you can buy one from a third party that's reputable, I would go for it. It just covers you just in case something does go wrong with one of these very expensive machines. And my last and final recommendation would be to do everything in your power to verify that that 3D printer actually prints, whether it be a video or physically going and seeing it in person. That's the best option, but not necessarily the most available option to all of us, as we are, who knows where these 3D printers are coming from, to be honest with you. But just to verify that, yes, it does actually work. And if that seller is not willing to send you a video of that 3D printer printing, huge red flag right there for me. And in my opinion, it's not for you. I wouldn't drive to go look at a 3D printer that somebody would not send me a video of, and I certainly would not buy one online if I can't get a video of it actually 3D printing. Big red flag, I would just stay away from it. And I know I'm being a little contradictory there, because I did not get a video of this 3D printer printing before I bought it, but it did come with a return policy and it did come with a warranty. It was also the cheapest Ultimaker 3 I have ever seen at $700. So I was just like, you gotta do it. Let's just do it. Let's see how it shakes out. Let's go for it. It was watched by 12 people. I was like, somebody's gonna get a great deal. I wanted it to be me. I don't know if I got one or not. We'll see how the company responds. If they are kind of harsh and just kind of brush me off like I'm nothing, I'll probably just end up boxing it up and sending it back and just washing my hands of this entire experience, thinking maybe Bamboo Lab next if this doesn't work. I just need some type of dual extrusion 3D printer that's reliable. I've heard good things about Bamboo. I've also heard some bad things, but we'll see how it shakes out here. This is John Reinhardt here with Reinhardt Group LLC. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I wish you the best of luck if you're gonna buy a 3D printer online.